Hello, welcome to Celestial Astrology and this Astro Mindfulness exercise, which is uniquely designed to help you connect with the energy of the new moon in Capricorn. This new moon is coming at a time of the winter solstice and also with Jupiter having just moved into Aries, the Sun having just moved into Capricorn. So I'll be looking at all of these energies and combining them in the exercise. So I'd like to invite you to make yourself comfortable where you're sitting or lying. Just bring your attention to your breathing. And take a minute to just slow down. And really concentrate on your breathing. You don't need to alter it in any way. But just bring your full focus onto your breathing. You may notice that it's cold where it enters your nose or your mouth, and then warm when it leaves your body. You may notice that it slows down as you bring attention to it, or speeds up. You may notice your chest rising and falling, or your stomach as you breathe. And just do a quick scan of your body to notice if there's any areas of tension. Bring your attention to your jaw, to your shoulders, your chest, your abdomen, your legs. Are they holding any areas of tension? If they are, you can help release it by squeezing them tighter, rotating your shoulders, and then releasing them. So just do that before you settle finally and comfortably. And then bring your attention gently back again to your breathing. Ideally, you'll have your feet touching the floor, and you'll be able to feel the areas where the floor makes contact with your feet, grounding you, connecting you with the earth. It's solid and sustaining. As you breathe gently, I hope that you have somewhere warm and dry and safe that you can do this exercise. I like you to envisage that you're wrapping yourself up in the warmest, driest ski suit type, duvet type blanket. Because we're going to go out either into your garden or into an area of nature that you usually go. So as you sit breathing where you're comfortable, just imagine that you're gently rising up and just taking a wander out to go and look at the night sky in one of your favourite places to sit outdoors and sit. You can sit outdoors, or if you like, you can choose to lie on the ground. The ground will be dry and feel comfortable. And you'll be warm and snug in the warm, soft, duvet-like blanket that you've wrapped yourself in. You know that you're still indoors breathing. You can just visualise yourself outside, looking up at the stars. And at the time of the new moon, we can hardly see the moon at all. There's barely a sliver of light from her, if we can even see that. Most of the light is from the stars. We might be able to see Mars or Venus. Just look up and admire the stars and orient yourself in the sky. It's hard to find the moon at such a time. And we realise quite how much we use her to orient ourselves when we look at the sky and we can't see her. We're reminded at this time that this is a time for starting anew. The winter solstice is a time for hibernation as we wrap ourselves in our downy, warm blanket and stay indoors breathing in the warm, but imagining ourselves lying outside on the ground staring at the stars. This is a time to reflect on how the year has gone, but we won't make plans now. We will just rest and think about how the year may have gone. Know that it's a time when we want to reconsider what we want to take forward into the new year, what needs to be left behind for us. In Capricorn, it's very much about long-standing structures, things that have always been a certain way, and whether that's right or not. So maybe there's things for us that it's time to change. Maybe they're not right for you anymore. Maybe it's time for a new way of doing things. Now is the time to reflect upon that. If you need to make a new start with something, now is the time to start planning how to do that. Because Capricorn will bring you the energy to help you make long-term goals, to help you plan, to bring about security, to help you with planning for your career, for your financial stability, for your personal dreams, for your relationship goals even, your professional goals, for any of your life intentions, home improvements, any plans. Capricorn will help you get the details right with those plans to make sure that it happens. Capricorn will reward you for hard work. So it's a good idea to use this energy. Capricorn is grounded. Make sure that things happen. And at the same time, this energy is balanced with the energy of Jupiter in Aries. And Jupiter in Aries is the first sign of the Zodiac. So it's full of the joys of spring, full of youthful, excited, overexcited energy. Wants to get going, wants to get everything started, wants to start 10 plans all at once. Doesn't care how they're done or how they're going as long as everything gets started. It's very fiery energy. And that's a complete juxtaposition with Capricorn's elders' wisdom. So it's a time when you're balancing the energies of both. So there's a lot of energy here to get things moving. So you certainly will be looking at taking the first steps with any of these plans. Jupiter's cycle is approximately 12 years. So you may want to think about where you were 12 years ago, and also where you want to be in 12 years' time. It's a time to take the first steps. If there's somewhere you want to be in 12 years, definitely start making the plans for that, and take the first step in making that happen now. There's several cycles. There's the next moon cycle for a month, but also the Capricorn cycle. So you've got 6 months until the full moon in Capricorn, so whatever you start now, you've got 6 months to finish up. So you don't want to make all these plans now, while you're lying, looking at the stars and breathing inside, nice and warm, wrapped up in your warm duvet. All you need to do for now is lie on the dry ground, connected by an invisible thread to the heavens, to the moon that you can barely see to orient yourself, but you instinctively know is still there, just hidden, obscured, not reflected by the sun as she would normally be. But she'll return to us in 2 weeks. And just listen for the messages that come through. Just breathe. Concentrate on your breathing. And know that these things will come through to you, either in your dreams or in a sense of knowing. Sometimes when we're doing mundane tasks. Sometimes if we're still and we practice our mindfulness. We just take the time out just to concentrate on our breathing and be still. The answers will just come, and we will just know what is needed, what we need to release, and what's the most important thing to do. I hope those stars have given you some inspiration. You can come back anytime you like, any evening you want, to look at the stars. And as you breathe, you know that the moon is going to be waxing fuller every night between now and the full moon. As she grows, so your plans will grow. They'll grow stronger and fuller. And that will support you and your plans to grow, and your intentions and your work. As you breathe life into them. So you know that you've got universal support. And that is there anytime you need to ask for help. You can look on the moon and ask her. So now it's time to come indoors. So we'll cover her up, our warm blanket, and bring that cord back to us. But we'll know that we can return at any time. And we'll go back inside to where we're sitting breathing, where we've been all along, with our feet on the floor, grounded. We can just wiggle our toes, stretch our fingers, and know that we are back. Thank you so much. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, I'd really appreciate your likes, subscribes and shares, and your comments. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.